Oh my gosh, hello everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. I am beyond excited to be filming today. We're gonna be talking all about the new perfumes that are coming out, and I just want to chat about them, see if I'm interested. Some of the stuff hasn't released, some of it has, so I'd love to hear your thoughts if you've tried any of the stuff, if you've sampled it, if you've smelled it, if you thought it was good enough to buy. Let us know down below. But I'm beyond excited specifically for this video because if you don't follow me on my beauty channel, I mentioned there I was sick recently. I've been sick for the last almost 2 weeks with COVID, and I'm finally actually better. I thought I was better, but I, in that time, lost my sense of taste and smell a second time. Like, I lost it very briefly earlier when I was very feverish, and you know, it was more of a struggle. My throat was destroyed. It was like horrible. And then I was feeling better, thought I was like, you know, on the up and up, but then I lost my sense of taste and smell. And you know, I think that just in general, that is like a horrible, it's like such a pleasureless existence, to be honest. Like, you can't taste anything, you can't smell anything. It makes you really get in touch with how much those senses really do kind of like clue you into your environment and give you joy. And you know, on top of that, obviously fragrance, we're here for fragrance, and I'm like, I literally am sitting there in the shower, I have my banana, you know, body wash up to my face, can't smell it at all, can't taste anything at all. It was pretty sad. And you know, of course you're just like, is all joy in this world lost forever? But luckily it's back. It's still not 100%, I wouldn't say, but my God, just the fact that I could smell anything just makes you grateful. It makes you so grateful. So I am beyond excited. I already was, but to be feeling better, as much as it sucks to get sick, man, that afterward makes you feel grateful, makes you feel good. So anyway, sorry for the long intro. Let's just get into the perfumes. I'm gonna be looking at a few different places because I'm telling you, I've been saving all these fragrances on my Instagram. There's an account on Instagram called Fragrance Watch, and I like following them because they do tend to update new perfumes quite often. And I love that it's just perfume based, like fragrance based. So some of the information's from that, some's just from Trend Mood, some's just because I follow a lot of brands on Instagram anyway. And then also I'm gonna go to Fragrant to kind of look at their thing. So like, strap in, I can't wait to talk about them. Let's just go. Okay, I'm gonna start with some fragrances that are new that I don't think I've talked about on the channel, but I actually have. So I'm gonna start with those. First, Sol de Janeiro came out with a new body mist. This is limited edition. It's called After Hours. The notes in here are midnight jasmine, amber woods, and it's nice. I think this is a nice fragrance. I've heard people compare this to Flower Bomb, and I just agree. It feels kind of rich and decadent, a little spicy, very sexy. I get the name for sure. It really does smell more like a designer perfume than it does like a body mist to me. So I can totally see this being very likable. For $24, I think it's a pretty good price. I am hoping that we get some new stuff from Sol de Janeiro. I like, you know, I like their mists a lot, and I feel like I have quite the collection. I mean, I'm sucked into the limited edition stuff, all that, but I really want to see some like versatility. I want to see some different directions. We get the beachy stuff, and then I feel like we've gotten these kind of like sexy, rich scents before. I know it's not exactly like, what is it? This one's Tropical Nights. Like, they're not the same. This one's more vanillic, but I just feel like I want something other than like sexy nighttime designer perfume in a body mist or like beach. I know they can do it. I'd love a straight up vanilla from them. Like, you know, I just want to see some other stuff. So it's not bad by any means. I just am like, it's for who it's for. If it's for you, if you like Flower Bomb, I'd check it out, but I definitely don't think it's for everyone. And if you're not interested in Flower Bomb or something similar to that, I would pass on it. Okay, next I wanted to talk about this fragrance from Skylar. This is a part of the Scent Club. You guys know I'm subscribed to that. I really like the Scent Club. And the most recent month was Desert Glam. I think I had a comment, like someone asking me about this, and this, I was very excited when I saw the notes on it. It was like saffron. Okay, here is the full on list of notes. Bergamot, red currant, pear blossom in the top, pink jasmine, lily of the valley, vanilla sugar in the mid, and then saffron, amber musk, and velvet woods. When I saw the saffron in there, I was like, are we gonna get a Baccarat dupe? And I would say this is definitely Skylar's version of a Baccarat Rouge 540 type of scent. I like it. I like this a lot. I think it's really good. I really hope they make this a full size. I really think it would be a huge hit. I think a lot of people like it. It's that sweet, airy, sugary thing. You can smell the saffron for sure. Gives it something kind of, I mean, saffron. To me, everyone's like, it's spicy. Saffron to me comes off very watery and has that kind of like medical equipment smell to it. Like that's what I get from saffron more than anything. Like I guess I get the spice, but it is very much other things to me, but it smells delicious. It smells so good. It's very similar to Baccarat to me. Like I would love, 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 love to be able to spray this on my full body. So I really hope they come out with a full size. I don't know if I love the name Desert Glam. I get the desert thing, I could get that, but I don't know, Desert Glam, but it's okay. It's okay, the name's fine because the scent is amazing. It's always so nice to have a good scent club month, and I hope that they actually make that one into a full size. I feel like I haven't seen people like raving about it, like I feel like Boardwalk Delight was. I mean, I feel like those cotton candy notes, like those notes are so fun that get people interested and excited about stuff, and this doesn't have those like fun notes in it, but the smell, I'm telling you, is like Baccarat, which is such a popular fragrance. So if you were looking into it, you wanted a clean fragrance and Skylar's clean and you wanted like a dupe, I'm telling you, very, very similar. Smells really, really good. I've been using it quite a bit, even just in the rollerball. And again, I'm really hoping that they make it a full size. Okay, and the last one that I have here in front of me, this is from Sabrina Carpenter. And when I saw that there was gonna be a second one of the Sweet Tooth from Sabrina Carpenter, I was so excited because I like the original. I have it. It smells very similar to Philosophy Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere, which is a scent I really, really love. And I find the Sabrina Carpenter one to be even richer, like more full-bodied than the Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere. And so I was hopeful that I'd really like this, and I do like it. This has like a caramel kind of twist going on to it. Notes are sugared lemon, orange zest, almond milk, freesia, heart, orange blossom, tiger, orchid, dark chocolate, bean, vanilla. I don't know if those are right. And then base, sandalwood, caramelized amber, patchouli, and musk. Definitely getting that kind of caramel and citrus vibe in here, but it has that kind of base of Sweet Tooth. It definitely has that in there as well. But then there is this spice element. I get something kind of spicy from the patchouli, almost going off of like medicinal, and it comes off like this slight, almost cologne or like masculine touch in here. I mean, I like that it's different. It's definitely different than the original, but I don't know if I love that. I think it suits it for nighttime, and it does give it a different, again, profile from the original and makes it pretty distinct, I think, from it. But I don't always love patchouli. Like a really, really strong patchouli isn't my favorite, and I don't know how much I love it in here. Not saying I don't like this. I definitely think it's one to get your hands on if you are interested, because it is so affordable as well. And I still like the scent, but I think I just wish there wasn't the patchouli. Everything else I'm like, yes, 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 but the patchouli, I do definitely smell it in here. It's not stinky and necessarily screechy, but it's definitely present in this fragrance. Okay, so those are the ones that I have. I'm glad I only have those three really to talk about because, like I said, my nose is not at like 100 yet. I can definitely smell stuff, but I can't wait till it gets back to like full power. And I'm just so glad that it's on the way, because I'm telling you, I'm like, how am I how am I supposed to make fragrance videos when I can't smell shit? Okay, how is that supposed to happen? Anyway, let's get into the other fragrance things. Obviously, we already know about the Ariana Grande Cloud. I don't think we need to talk about that. I think that's old news. If you're interested in Cloud, I have a video on it, so check that out. So far, I'm still really liking it, but I do find that it's literally, to me, I know some of you guys said that it was just different enough for you to like it, like that little bit made it so much more wearable, which I think is great. I'm glad that more people are enjoying Cloud. I love Cloud as a fragrance, but I do find just like the dry down the base, like everything about it's like, it's Cloud. It's just Cloud to me, but it's nice. It's nice. Okay, there are so many designer perfumes. Okay, let's start with this one. This is Valentino. I think it's just Born in Roma Pink. Wait, is it Donna Born in Roma Pink Pee-Pee? Okay, I gotta figure this out. It can't be called that. I just think that's hilarious. Okay, so it is PP, and I guess that stands for a specific color that Valentino's known for, so that's just interesting and it's just funny. I don't know, it's not like a big deal, but I think the bottle is really fun. So Barbie, right? The notes, let's see, mandarin in the top, orange blossom accord in the mid, and then bourbon vanilla in the base. I really do like Born in Roma, the original. I didn't love the Intense necessarily, like it's fine. I definitely want to smell this one. I'd love to know if you smelled it, like how is it different? What are you getting from it? Please let me know. You guys know I kind of like watch designer stuff from afar just because to me, it's sometimes hard to tell things apart or it's just like mixed so much. I just don't get as much of a story all the time. I've been loving Burberry Goddess, like loving it, but I feel like those gems for me are a little bit more rare, but want to smell it. I always love smelling all the designers. I'm always out there hoping and looking for what could be my next fave for sure. Love the bottle though. Definitely want to smell that one for sure. There's a new one from Hermes. This is Tutti Twilly de Hermes. Is that how you say that? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Top notes, ginger flowers, heart notes, lychee, and then base notes, musk. I'm not into the whole Twilly line in general. I have just briefly smelled it. I'm definitely not extensively involved. So this is one of the ones that definitely just kind of like flies under the radar for me, but let me know if it's one of your favorite lines. Do you feel like it's a standout? I'm gonna smell it. I will always love to smell the new stuff, but I don't think that one's for me really. Same with this one from Lancome. This is Idole Now Eau de Parfum. This is supposed to be floral and bold and rich. It has notes of rose, orchid, vanilla bourbon infusion. I'm loving seeing all the vanilla bourbon, vanilla caviar, vanilla everything in these designer perfumes. So glad vanilla is trending. So glad vanilla is, you know, really coming out. It gives these designer perfumes a better chance for me to like them. I definitely want to smell it for sure. I love these bottles. Can we talk about the Idole bottles? I think that they're so pretty. I love how flat they are. I love so much about them. So I'd love to smell it and see how it is. I've been trying to get into rose a little bit more. There are some roses I really like out there, but I feel like I never buy a full bottle, never like go in on a full bottle because I just, you know, I'm a little scared, but there's a few rose out there. Like Delina Rosé smells so good. There's a few from Byredo I really like. Young Rose I really think smells good. There's a rose one from Lise that I really like. So I'm trying to get more into rose, even some more dark sexy roses too, especially getting into fall and winter. I'm going to be exploring those a lot more. Okay, continuing on. This one is from Armani, but the Prive line. I really want to like take some time and really smell this line. I want to say it's at Saks maybe. I'm trying to think of what counter I can go to here, but I think maybe the Saks in Beverly Hills. I think I remember that. Anyway, this is Magenta Tanzanite Eau de Parfum, and it's $326. Woo! Ooh, you know, that Prive line. Okay, top notes, cardamom, ginger, cinnamon. Middle notes, coffee, myrrh. Base notes, tobacco, absolute, vanilla bourbon, premium extract. Okay, sounds kind of nice. I definitely want to smell this. It seems like a nice one for fall, to be honest. Like the coffee, the tobacco, the vanilla bourbon, and then some of those spicy notes, the myrrh giving it also some like, I don't know, depth. I definitely want to smell this one. I kind of, you know, I haven't really read the notes, just if I saw a new bottle. I just saved it to my new fragrance tab, you know, but the bottle kind of threw me off. I was not expecting these notes in it. Like I saw little coffee beans, but really didn't think anything of it. So that's actually one I definitely want to like smell because I feel like there's a chance I might actually really like it. I think there's one called like Rouge Malachite or something like that. That's very is that true? There's like a really popular one from the Armani Prive line. And again, I've smelled it just so briefly and nothing caught my eye, but sometimes it's so hard. Like if you go out, I don't know if you're like this, but me and Sam will like go perfume smelling and you know, you get kind of burnt out after a little bit, especially in the store too. We'll always like save our favorites to go smell outside because it can just be overwhelming and you really just don't get the same scent that you do in store, that you do just in the fresh air or even at your home. And so sometimes it can be a little tricky and it can go the opposite way too. You might think you don't really love anything and then you get out and you love it, or you might think you love something in store and you get it home and you're like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is not what I picked out. So I say all that because I just don't feel like I got a really good read of what I liked from that line absolutely at all. This is just kind of just fragrance news in general from Bath & Body Works. They're coming out with fabric detergents. Okay. They're trying to corner the whole market. I think they just came out with like hair stuff as well, like shampoo and conditioner, which they had before. I remember in like 2010, I had their like hair wash and conditioner, and I like brought it with me on a trip. So like coconut lemon verbena or whatever it was, like in my brain, that smell. I don't think that I would actually use these. I'm pretty picky about what's on my clothing, and you know, if it's one of my favorite scents, maybe I'd really like it, but I would hate if like one of these scents like threw off whatever perfume I was gonna wear. I don't know. Seeing the scents here, there's lavender, vanilla, cozy cashmere. I mean, I think it'd be nice for some things, and I did buy the Dead Cool and Ouai like scent, but I really like using that more on my sheets. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of the, I think it's the Melrose Place scent, which is kind of like this nice rose, talking about rose, but it smells really good. And so I like that on my sheets. I don't know if I want these scents on my body, on my clothes in this way. I'd rather pick a perfume, but I'd love to know if you've tried them. How are they? Do you feel like they're strong? I can imagine them being also very strong for Bath & Body Works. Like that's just how they are. They're very like heavy-handed when it comes to all of their scents. So I kind of wonder how those would actually be on the clothes. I can imagine them being kind of strong. And my husband doesn't necessarily like really strong scents on our clothes. Okay, next, this one is from Michel Germain. This is Sugarful Kiss. Top notes: red cherries, strawberries, orange zest, heart, peony, red freesia, passion flower, base sandalwood, sweet musk, and powdered sugar. Sounds really sweet. I know this whole line is kind of like sugary, and I'm not super familiar with this line. I love the bottle. I think it's the cutest little bottle for sure. I think I have a decant of Sugarful, but I need to smell it. I'm not familiar with it. So this is one of those fragrances that I love the bottle. I in theory love the scent, but I don't know how much I would actually wear this on. So I want to smell it for sure. It might be a little too fruity for me, but it's kind of fun. Like cherries, strawberries with all this powdered sugar. Like I definitely want to smell it. I love a little cute kitschy theme as well. So it's cute. Okay, next from Jean Paul Gaultier. This is Divine, Gaultier Divine. Okay, some of the notes on this are some bergamot and red berries in the top, lots of florals, lily, jasmine, ylang ylang, and then in the base, meringue, patchouli, and musk. This does not seem like a fragrance for me. I am not familiar at all with Jean Paul Gaultier fragrances. Like I know the men's ones a little bit by bottle. Like I've just seen a lot of guys have that bottle, but for this one, I love the bottle. I know a lot of the times it's like the Bodies, Scandal. I'd really like to smell that. I haven't yet. La Belle, I think it is. Let's look. Yeah, La Belle is very popular as well. I would love to smell this and honestly just get a little more familiar because it's a house I really haven't dove into very much. So really pretty, I feel like golden theme. I like that. The notes, meringue, that's exciting to me. I like that note, but lots of florals in there and patchouli. I definitely need to smell it. Definitely, I don't feel safe blind buying that or blind thinking about getting that at all. I want to smell it though, because honestly, even for perfumes that don't seem exactly like me in the notes, I love trying to give them a chance and, you know, expanding my palette and expanding what I like. If I only stuck to notes that I thought I would like, then I would never have like tried Valea from Parfums de Marly, which I freaking love. I think it smells so good. And really when I look at the notes, like there's nothing in there that would have pointed me to liking that fragrance as much as I do. Like it's a true love. So I love just smelling anything, but the notes definitely don't seem safe to what I normally really love. Okay, some stuff from Lush. There's a new Barbie collection, so tons of products, lots of bath bombs, all of that. I really love the Lush bath bombs. My favorite Lush bath bomb is the Twilight one. It smells so good. It does not match though, to me anyway. Tell me if you agree. It does not match the body spray to me though. I really want to get the Twilight body spray because I love the bath bombs so much. Like it's like this sweet, I think it's like supposed to be lavender, but it doesn't come off really masculine or too medicinal or like herbal or aromatic necessarily. It has this really nice sweetness to it that's just so nice, and it like moisturizes you also in the bath. I love it so much. So I wanted to get the spray, but the spray does not have that same sweetness at all to it. I don't know. I don't really love that. But anyway, I'm not really interested in any of the other products, but there is a mist and I want to smell it. So tell me what you guys think if you have smelled it. The Lush sprays are kind of expensive. I have two in my collection. I have Yognog. I was able to get that off of Mercari from someone. I love I'm a Yognog girl, okay? So I love that. And then I also have like Roll with the Times or something like that, which is another very foodie. Like if you're a foodie girl, you love those like very, very gourmand, edible, like photorealistic food scents, definitely try that one out. I know that's like available normally. Same with sticky praline, sticky nuts. I don't know. There's like a body wash that also I think you should check out, but we'll have videos on that. We're coming up on fall time. It is our time to shine. We can wear all our sticky, sweet, ooey gooey scents and it not be, you know, as much of a thing. Anyway, I still wear some of those in summer. And I feel like if you're inside a lot, like sometimes it doesn't matter as much, but when fall comes, I really feel like it's just the time we're cozying up. Like I cannot wait. I cannot wait. And I'm just, I'm so excited just to talk about fragrance and be able to smell it again. You guys have no idea, truly. Okay, anyway, Barbie Lush, let's keep going. This has some notes. It says almond essential oils, adds a cherry note. Tonka Absolute is sweet and comforting, limited edition. So I want to smell it, but I don't know how much I want this just because it's like Barbie, you know, and I know it's limited. So I'm like, should I just get it? But I want to smell it in person. I don't want to just add it and not love it. You know what I mean? And not love it. So yeah, I need to go into a Lush store. I also want to go into Bath & Body Works. Maybe we can, I don't know. Let me know if you'd be interested in like a kind of fall vlog. I want to go into Bath & Body Works so bad and smell their candles. I have a bunch of the mists. They were just $6.50 recently, and before that they were like $5.50. That is the time to pick them up. I don't suggest paying full price for a Bath & Body Works fragrance. Not that I don't think it's worth it. Like if there's one you really love, $16.90 or $50 or whatever it is, $17.90. It's not the worst price. I feel like they have some really good scents, but when I know I can get them for $5.50, I'm waiting. I'm waiting, or I'm using my free item on them. You know what I mean? Anyway, I want to talk about some of the new scents coming out. I'm excited to try the new vanilla ones. Like, I can't wait now that I can go in store and actually smell some stuff. Okay, anyway, Lush and Barbie. Tell me what you think. If you've smelled it especially, let me know. There's a new scent from Dias and Durga. This is called Crush Balls. Sorry. It is like a tennis court theme. Let's see. What is the inspo for here? One of the captions says, there's nothing quite like going out on the court to crush balls. And I don't know if this is the right one for me. I love seeing this though. This is some of my favorite stuff with fragrance. I love perspective. I love seeing like brands have a theme, a perspective, something they want to capture in a scent, a feeling, of situation, a place, whatever it is. I eat it up. I love a story. So to me, this is really fun. The notes: green grass, rosmarin, yellow fuzz, hedge flowers, white cotton, sporty accord. Okay, sporty accord, and hard court. So I definitely would want to smell this. It says limited quantities available. They sometimes do that with these kind of releases that aren't always around. I have only one Dias and Durga in my whole collection, and it was one of these kind of limited releases. It was called Sexy Viking, and I feel like I saw a lot of people, maybe it was just on Fragrantica, saying they didn't like the scent, but I love it. I blind bought that, and I was really hoping that like the aromatics and the kind of juniper, like all of it would work. It's so good. I'm so happy with that fragrance, and I feel like Dias and Durga can be kind of a hit or miss house for me. There are some things I really love, but I also think they kind of go fun and adventurous and just kind of, yeah, do their thing, which I love, but that doesn't always mean it's like a fragrance that I love and want to like put on my body all the time. So anyway, I want to smell this. I want to go in and smell this for sure. Love to see it. This is one of my like unicorn perfumes I would love to get. They came out with a Beetlejuice collection. It was so limited. I literally have like alerts on for it, and no one ever is like selling it. No one's selling it. I'm like, oh. It was called Handbook for the Recently Deceased, and I don't even know if I'd love the notes, but I want it. You know, there's like some things like kind of collector wise and whatnot. Oh, that's one of the ones that I'm like, I would love to have that in my collection. Okay, anyway, continuing on. This is gonna be a long video, like welcome. Okay, there's so much to get caught up on. The fragrance world is literally popping, okay? Literally popping off, and I love it. It's so fun to have just so many options because fragrance is so personal, okay? There are so many things out there that some people are gonna love, some people are not gonna love, and it's fun just to have options to see what's out there and what might work for you. A new one from Elise, which I really love this house. This is called Ethereal Wave. It is inspired by the profound beauty of opposites brought together. I think it's like a black tea, white tea moment. I remember seeing something like that. So the notes are bergamot and cardamom, white tea, black tea absolute, blonde woods, velvet musk. I've liked every perfume I've smelled from this house. I think they're up to 4 or 5 now. I don't know if this is the 5th one or if this is the 6th one. They have Rose Struck Bow, which I own. They have Studied. They have Floating, which my mom has. And they have this new one, I think, Ethereal Wave. Oh, and they have Lucian. They have Lucian. Okay, so I really want to smell this one for sure. I tend to like a little tea fragrance, so this one's definitely on my list to smell. Just in general, I feel like this is one of those houses that I like to follow, and you know, I'm always excited to see new stuff from. So very, very exciting launch to me. Some new stuff from Le Monde Gourmand. They have some candles out, and these are part of a cocktail collection. They also have some perfumes, but the candles are meant to be like used, and then you can repurpose the cups for them as like, you know, dinnerware if you want. So some of the notes for the candles, there's a vodka tomate, which is garden basil, citrus zest, and tomato leaf. I want to smell that one. I think it sounds really nice and refreshing. I feel like that tomato leaf smell, it's not always the vibe, but sometimes it's the perfect vibe. So I want to smell that one. There's one called Meal Bourbon. This is orange, honey nectar, and sweet vanilla. I definitely want to smell that. I believe that's like very honey focused. Rum Tropique, which is toasted coconut, pineapple, and spiced rum, and then Margarita Mang, and it's mango, fresh lime, and zesty ginger. So I want to smell them. They're kind of expensive. They're like 20, I want to say 27. I went to the website because Le Monde Gourmand is one of those ones that to me, they're so affordable. They're usually $25 a piece. You can find them at Urban Outfitters. You can find them also at like TJ Maxx. Like they tend to go to the discounting places. And some of their scents kind of suck to me, like as in they don't have any projection. They literally smell for like 4 seconds, or I don't even like the smell that lasts for 4 seconds. But then there are some that I think are so good. And so it's one of those ones like I always keep up on, because for the ones that smell good, they smell really, really good. And they're just so it's another one of those ones that they just come out with enough scents, enough times, and all the like, I don't know. It's very collector-y to me, which gets me sometimes. So anyway, I am interested in the candles. The perfumes that they came out with though, there's Rum Tropique, again, toasted coconut, pineapple, and rum, and also the Meal Bourbon. That's the one I think I'd like the most out of the two, like genuinely, but I want to smell them for sure. Again, I love that $25 price point if you can get a good one. I mean, if it sucks, then it's $25 for what? For what? But there are some good scents. And if you like more, you know, those gourmand, Le Monde Gourmand, they like kind of deliver on that, which I like. Okay, you guys, this one's so exciting. I am beyond excited. If you don't know, I'm obsessed with the Ouai body scrub in St. Barts. I love it so much. I love the smell. But not only that, the scrub is just so good. If you haven't tried that body scrub, I'm telling you, luxurious, amazing. Number one for me, number one, okay? That being said, when I do like the most self-care shower, like as soon as I could smell again, I did my self-care, I did my everything shower, and when I do that, I use all the products from the St. Barts line. So I use the body wash, I use the scrub, I use the lotion, like, oh, it was so nice. And I was like, and I could smell it. Anyway, we're getting an addition. Finally, we're gonna get a St. Barts, I'm pretty sure body mist. I don't know if it's gonna be a full-on perfume. Ouai does do perfumes, so I could see that happening, but at least in what they're teasing, some of these teasing pictures, it looks more like a body mist thing, but this does not seem like it will be the final component anyway. It seems kind of just like, hey, here's a tease, here's a like, look at what we're gonna do. So excited that we're gonna get actual fragrance, like body mist, hair mist, perfume, whatever it's gonna be. I am excited and love it. And also, I just thought I would mention, because I ordered some stuff recently from the Ouai website. If you didn't know, you can get the St. Barts in like a car filter. It smells so good. It's a beachy scent, but it's a beachy scent I actually like. You guys know I'm not always into like the coconut sunscreen, kind of like floral scent, but something about this one works for me so well. Like this is my top kind of sunscreen beachy kind of scent. It smells so good. And those are only $5. Those are only $5, which I can't wait to put that in my car. Okay, continuing on. There's some new stuff from Zoologist. This is the Dodo Jackfruit edition. I am not super familiar with the Zoologist line in general. It is just an intense line. I feel like if we have things that are like, this is beginner, this is intermediate, this is like expert, this is like expert, okay? I've been watching a ton of stuff about like Everest, Mount Everest, and like K2 and all the different mountains. That's what I did when I was sick, guys. I just watched a bunch of mountaineering stuff. Anyway, to me, this feels like, you know, the hardest mountain to climb, which is kind of like K2. So feels like a K2 brand to me. In that a lot of the fragrances are, again, inspired. I love that, but they're just a little more challenging. Again, they're a little more advanced. They're not going for the most palatable only. They're making other more creative and exciting choices. But sometimes, again, that doesn't necessarily mean I want to put that on my body. And some of them are just strong. Some of them are very animalic. This one has notes of jackfruit accord, bergamot, pink pepper, turmeric leaf, heart notes, lavender, geranium, orange flower, turmeric root, and orris concrete. Base notes, tonka, vetiver, sandalwood, patchouli, labdanum. So I don't know if it's right for me. I'll give it a smell, but I don't know this house super well. Besides that, every time I smell it, I'm like, oh, no, not for me. I mean, I'd still like to do it. The one that I think is really fun, if you want like just a fun adventure, I believe it's Cow. That one has like an interesting kind of grassy, but still kind of milky thing going on. Very interesting. Again, not one I want to wear, but at least it doesn't smell like poop. You know, I like that. I like that it didn't smell like poop. Okay, continuing on. There's so much. Like, I'm telling you, there's so many perfumes, you guys. There's a new Giorgio Armani C perfume. This one is going to be Eau de Parfum Intense. I want to see the notes on this, though. Let's see. Okay, notes. Black currant, May rose, Davina, bourbon vanilla, vanilla, patchouli, black tea. I'm not really a C girly. I don't really know the line very well, but I want to give this one a smell. I think black currant is pretty popular throughout them. I think that's like one of the main notes. So it'll be interesting. It has that kind of patchouli thing, if I can remember correctly, like the whole line. So that's why I kind of feel like in general, it's not been for me, but the bottle, I do feel like it's been upgraded. Like just the kind of sneak peek I'm seeing here, very beautiful. It feels like it's trying to compete with like the YSL Libre, you know, perfumes. Okay, there's a new one from Creed. This is called Carmina, and it's supposed to be a modern woody floral scent. Creed as a house, I guess I would say it's not one of my top. I have a few that I like. Sam really loves Aventus. Classic Aventus, but I also have Silver Mountain Water, and I do like that one a lot for like a fresher vibe and just like a clean girl vibe. And Virgin Island Waters I do like. That just smells like an old man retired in Florida golfing to me, but in like a sexy way. So I don't know. There are a few I like, don't get me wrong, but I guess in the female side of it, I don't feel like I've connected with anything. This one though has black cherry, saffron, pink pepper, some rose, peony, violet, and then in the base, myrrh, musk, frankincense, and ambroxan. It sounds nice, actually. Like, I want to smell it. It's not my normal, don't get me wrong, but I definitely want to give it a smell, and especially with that cherry note in there, that makes me a little more intrigued than I feel like I otherwise would be. So love the dark bottle. I think it looks really beautiful in general, like the Creed house, and the bottle's like very regal looking, and it's like a prestige moment to have in your collection for sure. So I want to give that one a smell. Maybe I'll really like it. A niche perfume I'm so excited to smell. I cannot wait. I'm kind of surprised because Akro just came out with Bake, and I love that one. I bought that one the moment I smelled it. I bought that when I was like in store, smelled it, bought it. The new one, Rise, is very summery. It came out kind of late in summer, I feel like, but it has notes of coconut water, pineapple, and sandalwood, and I am very interested. I'm hoping that of all the brands to do this kind of like profile, that I would really like the Akro one. I tend to really like their perfumes in general, so I am really hoping I like it. Definitely want to give it a sniff. Very exciting to me. Like, yeah, I really, really hope I like it. So that one's definitely on my list to smell. Let me know if you've tried it, what you think. Is it great? Please let me know, please. A new one from Navitas, there is Mille Extas, and this is an extrait de parfum, and I believe this is in collaboration with a influencer, Dear Makeup Diary or Carly, so congratulations to her, that's so awesome. This one has notes of saffron, rum, violet wood, some ginger, vanilla, tonka bean, chocolate, caramel, and toffee. I definitely would love to give this a sniff. I feel like Navitas does these kind of like decadent perfumes really well. I bought a sampler pack and I ended up picking up Raised Spirits, but there were a few that I would pick up also. I feel like they're, you know, in that kind of mid-price range. They're like $140 usually a bottle. I know that the AI the Great one was a little bit more expensive, which we'll be talking about soon because I am hoping to get my banana video up, hopefully the next video I do after this. Fingers crossed that nothing happens, my gosh. But I feel like they do different deals and a lot of different stuff. So I definitely would love to give it a smell. It seems like something I would enjoy. It seems a little heavy, a little dense, but kind of perfect for the season we're going into. And I tend to like, you know, those kinds of notes. So definitely want to give that one a smell. Continuing on, a new one from Marc Jacobs. This is Perfect Charm. It has the rhubarb in it, which is like kind of, I feel like the main note in this one. And then daffodil, almond milk, and cashmeran. I would give it a smell. I have actually a bottle of Perfect, and I don't know, I got it I think in one of those Sephora samplers. It was like the one I decided to go with out of everything in there. It must have been the best one at the time for me. Those Sephora sampler packs can kind of be hard because a lot of the stuff in there is designer, unless we're getting into the clean stuff, which I tend to like those ones more if like Clean Reserve's in there, or Skylar, let's say, was in there, or, you know, Ellis Brooklyn. I'd rather usually those are the ones that get me more excited. But anyway, I picked it up. It's nice, it's okay. It's just not like a me scent, you know. There's scents out there that you vibe with, they're fine, but they're not like what you want to put on your body. I wonder how this will be because the rhubarb usually gives this like tart, kind of like bright, but still kind of like earthy thing to me anyway. And then the almond milk and cashmere gives something more creamy, and I feel like not that, like kind of the opposite. And sometimes I don't like when there's something really bright and tart with something creamy. So it'll be interesting to see what that smells like. Although it's probably still going to smell a lot like just Perfect in general. Another new designer, this one is from Prada. It's Paradoxe Intense. I like Paradoxe. Like, again, it's not, I don't know. I think it's just a nice, likable perfume. I almost bought it a few times this summer. So I definitely want to smell the Intense. It has notes of jasmine, amber fix, and moss. So I think it's a really beautiful bottle. Like, I love this bottle so much from Prada. And I also, again, I liked Paradoxe enough to almost buy it a couple of times. So I definitely want to smell this. And I could see at some point adding Paradoxe to my collection, especially maybe next summer. So I think that's like a fun and exciting release. A kind of shocking one. I was just surprised to see this coming out from DKNY, Be Delicious Orchard Street. This has notes of pink lady apple, which makes sense, pink grapefruit, pink pepper, jasmine, black raspberry, very fruity. Cedarwood and leather though in the base. And I have a lot of these apples, okay? I'm a collector. We don't need to get into it right now, okay? But anyway, there's a part of me that wants this just for the apple, just for the sake of having more of the apples. It's kind of like this scavenger hunt in my brain to me. When I get fixated on something, I am there and I'm fixated on it, okay? And so the apples for a while were that to me. I've kind of slowed down because in general, like I used to love Be Delicious, just the green apple one, so much. Loved that fragrance. Like, it's just one of those scents I remember loving back in the day. But as I've like revisited, when I'm just talking about the actual scent, it's okay. It's definitely not my favorite though. And so then flankers upon flankers of things like that, although some of them are very different and there are some definitely hard ones to get, which has made it fun. Anyway, I'm just trying to say that I don't know if this is going to be the right scent for me. Again, so fruity, but there's a part of me that wants it. There's this tiny part of me that wants it, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you, okay? I won't lie. Some new stuff in the niche world. This is Oud Maracuja from Maison Crivelli, and this has some notes of, I'm assuming oud, but saffron, patchouli, leather. It has some Turkish rose, some vanilla, benzoin. So I am interested to smell it. I haven't tried a ton from this house, and I feel like, what is the one? Hibiscus? I think that one. I can't remember the full name, but I've smelled that, I've sampled that, and it's just strong, you know, like I feel like this house has some really strong, really there perfume. So I want to give it a smell for sure. Again, I love smelling all the new stuff, but I don't know if that one's going to be super right for me. We have a new L'Interdit from Givenchy. This one is Rouge Ultime. Okay. Top neroli, orange blossom, jasmine, tuberose, cocoa shell, patchouli, vetiver, and broxin. This one's a no for me. I don't think I'm gonna like this, but I'll smell it. I just don't there's a lot of flowers in there. There's a lot of white florals. I love a jasmine note usually, and I can get down with some neroli and some orange blossom if there's stuff to balance it out, but then we're getting tuberose in there too, and there's patchouli in there also. I'm just kind of like, I don't know if it's the one for me. I've smelled L'Entrée and I know some people love this scent, okay? Obsessed with it, they love it. I don't get it. I don't personally get it, so I'm not sure. I need to, maybe I'll revisit that, see if it is something that I even can kind of start understanding, but definitely not a perfume, you know, launch for me, I don't think. Okay, this I wanted to mention from Sephora. They have these perfume samplers and I do really like them. I've liked them in the past, but with prices going up and the popularity of perfumes, I don't know if these are as good of a deal as they used to be back in the day. So I just want to warn anyone who's like interested in these or even has heard me talk about them in the past years, because I've bought a lot of these. I really just hope, look at what the options are in there first off and what sizes you're getting, and then compare it in value, because this one here is one of the big ones. So how they work, you get 16 sample sizes to be able to test all the different perfumes in there, and then you get a voucher to redeem for a full size for any of these perfumes. I think these are best for giving as gifts. If you want to give someone a perfume but you don't know what they like, this gives them the option to pick from 16 different perfumes while still you gave them a nice gift and you didn't like just give them money or whatever, if that's what you want to do. So I think that can be really great and really fun. This retails for $85, and that's where you have to be careful, because for the redemption, some of these and a lot of these are starting to turn into like 1 ounce. And so sometimes, I mean, some of these, let's see. I see here one of them that you can get is the Replica by the Fireplace. Love that scent. Could be a great option for you if you just want a 1 ounce. But at the same time, the 1 ounce by itself retails for $85. So if you think you're saving money by getting this bundle, you're not. Like, you're getting a bunch of samples and that might be worth it for you, but it's the same freaking price. And so, you know, just being careful or being mindful of like which ones you might actually want, how much do they retail for just buying them flat out. I just think you should, like, if you're gonna get Fleur Missing Person, I believe you get the, you know, regular standard bottle. I don't think they make more than one size of the full bottle. That would be a decent deal. I think those are $96, so you're saving about $10. The best time to get this sampler would be on the Sephora sales, like 20% off, or if you get that. But I just, you know, I just want people to be mindful. Also, the Juliet Has a Gun is in here. Let me see if it's the full size Juliet Has a Gun, because usually if you can get Juliet Has a Gun perfumes in these samplers, that's one of the best values, but it might be the smaller size. So good news, the Juliet Has a Gun is the 3.3 ounce, which is great. So that might be a good option if that's like the one perfume you want. That's a savings, I feel like, there. But it also is Lust for Sun, which I didn't really love. It's just very gardenia heavy, okay? It's just a very gardenia heavy fragrance. If you love gardenia, check that one out. You might really love it. Anyway, I just wanted to like point out, if you got excited about these sets, like I definitely have in the past, I just feel like they're raising the price. They used to be like $65. Now they're going up even more, $75, not $85. But then the price of perfume, it's just, I'm kind of like, is it a value? I don't know. Best, I think, for giving as gifts. I know I need to wrap this up. I only have a few more to talk about, but I really want to talk about this one from Obvious Parfums. This is Un Pistache, which I just was excited because it's a pistachio fragrance, and I just feel like, you know, with Kayali and the DS and Durga and just in general, it's a note I'm interested in. So this has some neroli, cardamom, and carrot in the top, pistachio, heliotrope, and olibanum in the mid, and then sandalwood, cashmere, and musk in the base. Very interested. I don't see vanilla in here, so I wonder how sweet this might be or not be, honestly. It doesn't seem like it's gonna go that route, so definitely one I want to smell. It's interesting that carrot's in there as well. Heliotrope, I'm assuming will give it a little bit of sweetness and maybe some powderiness, so definitely one I want to smell, just because, of course, it has pistachio. Like, I want to smell it. Also, I got a teaser this morning that Henry Rose is coming out with a new perfume. Let me see when that will be. It says that it is coming October 2nd. So I don't have any other notes. I don't have any other information, but I am excited for that because I don't know. I like the Henry Rose stuff. I really want to try. If you've tried any of the body mist, let me know. I've never been able to find them in store. I'd love to smell the body mist that they came out with, but I don't know. Henry Rose is just a house I like to keep up on. So I'm excited to see what they're going to come out with. And I think we've literally gone through my whole list. There's like another Creed perfume coming out. I think it's like a Ventus, like an extrait or like an intense Aventus, I think maybe is coming out. So I definitely want to smell that. I'm sure my husband will want to smell that, but otherwise, man. Anyway, I'm gonna end the video here. It was so fun to catch up. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'd love to know any of your thoughts on all these perfumes. Like, have you tried them if they're out? What do you think about them? What are ones I should definitely try? Like, I just love talking about perfumes, and I think it's one of the fun things too. If you can't buy them all or you don't even want to, it's still fun to kind of see what's coming out and kind of talk about notes and how they compare to other things that maybe you have in your collection or that you've smelled. So let me know all your thoughts. Thank you so much for being here, and otherwise I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye guys.